Hello, hello, everybody. It is Crypto Demon 531 here, coming at you with a hot new episode of the Crypt. I have a guest interview with a guest with we're doing it.
What are you gonna call me?
We are doing a guest interview with Bricriu here, who is a professional lawyer, a professional studier of law. And he wants to come on and speak about the Kraken situation, and other situations with Kraken, and if they're if they're Kraken. So Bricriu, what do you have to say here?
All right. I'll keep it quick. Kraken is currently being sued right now for something that they did back in June of last year. They're dealing with one class action lawsuit, and they're probably going to see another arise out of this new service outage that they had. This service outage was intentional. It probably is going to be found that it violated the. It seems really negligent to alert people you're going to have a 2-hour outage and then you're out for more than 48 hours. They're 100% going to see at least a lawsuit, and people, you might say, "Oh, it's got no bearing because they have this really expansive." Do you want to put the terms of service up?
Yeah, we'll open up the terms of service.
Yeah, section 21.
It's loading.
Okay, all right.
It's currently loading.
I can wait.
Apologies for the technical difficulties here.
Oh, that's all right.
Okay.
I'm not watching.
All right.
Section 21, limitation of liability.
Limitation of liability.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing in that paragraph. That is everything known to humanity that could possibly happen. They're not liable for it. And that's in every terms of service. I mean, every company does this, and then there's going to be a huge fight about it. Inevitably, a judge is going to say, yeah, you can't do that. You can't waive your own negligence. That's not allowed. The suit's going to go forward. So what I'm guessing Kraken's going to do is they're going to do some kind of preemptive just giveaway.
They've stated that they're planning on doing free trades, so like waiving trade fees.
Yeah. That's better than what I was thinking they were going to do. Makes a lot more sense. What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at you.
Oh, that's not fair. Don't do that.
Anyway, so do you think Kraken is going to be hurt by this? Do you think their their business is going to fall off? Do you think their exchange service? Do you think people are going to have like a mass exodus from their platform, or do you think people are just going to go yeah, they fucked up and continue to use them, assuming the site actually works? So I'm assuming in that 48-hour period that they actually stopped all the 502 errors, and you're allowed to put an order through first try, and you don't have to click it 5,000 times, and then it accidentally doubles your order and fucking changes the market value constantly. I'm assuming it works. When it comes back online in full functionality, I'm assuming it's going to work. Which might not be the best assumption.
Yeah, it might be a mistake to do that.
But let's just go on a limb there. Let's assume it works.
Yeah, they're still one of the largest volume traders. They have huge liquidity, and that's what you need if you're going to look to do volume trades. I mean, sure, Gate.io or KuCoin might attract a few whales, but big traders are going to stick to Binance, Bittrex, Kraken, Poloniex. They're the big exchanges are very well established by now. Is kind of what I'm saying. And again, the big traders, they wouldn't have been the ones who were put out by Kraken having this outage. I would sort of, again, I'm hugely cynical, but I would assume that Kraken probably alerted their really big whale traders ahead of time. If you had more than $200,000 in an account, you probably had more than 7 hours of notice. Right?
You
you said, you had 7 hours of notice. Sorry?
I said, do you think so?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you care for the people who are actually making you money. That's just how businesses work.
Okay.
And I mean, honestly, I think, yeah, their big traders probably had a lot more notice than small traders. And again, I count as a small trader on Kraken. I think everyone here does count as a small trader on Kraken. I don't think people who are whales are listening to this podcast. And, well, not at the moment. Perhaps in a few years, they'll catch up and they'll need to apprise themselves of why they're all suddenly broke.
I appreciate how you're calling the Crypt a podcast. I didn't know it was a podcast.
Is this not a podcast?
I mean, I guess it's a podcast. It fits the definition of a podcast. But, I mean, I didn't know it was a podcast.
I should exit the pod if this is not the right place to cast it from. I really ought to leave. I mean, I can move over here if you'd like.
Yeah, we're a podcast now, so we've officially
right.
evolved. I'm gonna be putting this up on the what do people put podcasts? Like on the iTunes store or whatever?
Yeah, the iTunes.
All right, we're gonna throw this on the iTunes.
All right, good. It's a fine place for a podcast.
All right. So what like I don't do we have anything else to talk about here? Is Kraken anything? Do you think Kraken might fuck up again? You think they're gonna like maybe rehire staff or do like a complete redistribution of staff?
I mean, this would be a wonderful opportunity. If Kraken wanted to cut their operating costs, they could fire so many people right now.
Yeah.
They could just go through and just terminate people. They could. They could do it. They've got really good reason for it. And say, look, you fucked up. You fucked up. And by the way, I was watching you while you fucked up. So get the fuck out of my office. This is my office now.
Do you think they're going to do that, or do you think they're going to like double down and try to get like more employees or anything like that? I would assume that they're trying to get more employees to keep up with the crypto boom.
Yeah, the problem is Payward Incorporated, the company which runs Kraken, or that is Kraken. They're privately held, so I can't get any information about their financial position. There's just none that's available. So I really can't speak to that, and I mean, you never know. I mean, hey, they might be broke. They might be dead broke. You would never know about that.
Okay.
Is that concerning to you?
I mean, like if I were like a hardcore like Kraken user, then yeah, that would be pretty concerning. But I only really use Kraken to for like my only position on there at the moment is just like day trade shit that I don't care about. And it's just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not I don't have millions of dollars on Kraken, so it's not a huge deal. And also I think this is a good lesson for everybody to not keep your funds on an exchange for like really at any period. If you have any sort of long-term position, that should be on something more secure than an exchange.
I think that should be the name of this episode.
Yeah.
Don't keep your funds on an exchange.
Definitely.
That's a great name.
That's a good name.
It's good advice.
I'm going to write this down in the chat room so I don't forget.
Oh, wonderful. It's perfect.
All right.
It's not the chat room. That's a direct message to me.
Yeah, you're the chat room.
Call me a fuck. That's not what we wrote. That's not at all. That's incredibly vile.
What?
That's not. Oh, jeez, that's disgusting.
Please do not.
I'm gonna go.
The audience is not going to be able to understand what you're talking about. Please stop.
Well, I hope they don't, because honestly, that's a little bit offensive for you to write that at me. That's.
Okay. Anyway.
I don't even know where you learned those words.
Anyway.
I'm gonna go.
Anyway.
No, I'm serious. I'm going.
You're going?
Do you have anything further?
No.
No, that's what I thought. It was a pleasure and absolute delight. I hope that was slightly informative. If anyone actually does want to talk about, I highly doubt it. But if you want to talk about class action lawsuits, if you have any other questions, I mean, you can at me in the chat room. I'll be around, and I genuinely do love talking about these issues. So
yeah, if anyone, I've noticed that these Crypt videos have been getting a little bit of a circulation outside of my community, which is the idea behind me doing these. So one of the last episodes got like 400 views. One of the other ones got like 500 views. If you are not familiar with Cyber1531 or Crypto Demon 531, head on over to stream.me/Cyber1531. I play video games, I speedrun video games, and we talk about cryptocurrency like fucking all day. All day. So hit that shit up if you got anything you want to ask. For me to make a formal episode on, feel free to leave a comment. If you like Bricriu, feel free to leave a comment. Let everyone else know that you like them. We can get them on for a future episode. I know Bricriu wanted to talk about Stellar, right?
No, I don't want to. I don't want. It's 65 cents right now. I don't want to talk about it.
Maybe in a future episode, Bricriu could talk about Stellar. Yeah. He's a huge proponent of Stellar. So. Maybe that can happen, but if not, it'll just be me again for the next episode. So hopefully we'll get some more information. Hopefully by the next time I make an episode, Kraken will not be a subject of the news, and we can go back to talking about random bullshit for like about 6 minutes or so. So thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Do you have anything else to say, Bricriu?
No, I'm good.
Okay, bye.
Bye.